The IRS thinks that you might not be paying taxes on your NFTs, and they're probing the dark web to investigate. An actual house is an NFT now, and the NFT game market is booming as startups raise millions of dollars. Jake Paul's NFT sale didn't go gangbusters. Major League Baseball cards have finally arrived as NFTs, and blockchain heroes make their first appearance on Ethereum. If you like digital collectibles, you're in the right place for episode number 49 of the mostly unlistenable Nifty Show.
Looking into the future, what do we see? It's lined with digital collectibles, we call them NFTs. Games, trading cards, digital art, and those crypto kitties. Travis and Joel are the hosts, you'll know. Travis and Joel say this won't blow. They're locked and loaded, so ready, set, go! It's the Nifty, really kind of spiffy. The Nifty Show.
And this is the Nifty Show, episode number 49. That is Travis Wright, that guy right there.
You got to choke me up with that.
What's that?
You got me all choked up.
Oh, with that beautiful introduction right there?
Yeah, you're like, this is Travis Wright. And I was like, yes, it is. This I am him.
And you're supposed to introduce me.
Okay. He's the other guy.
I'm the other guy. So welcome.
He's the other guy on the show. And he's my apprentice.
I have learned so much from you, Obi-Wan Travis.
It's my pleasure, Obi-Wan Jolby.
There is so much happening in the NFT world, and that's pretty much going to be the mantra for every show, because I don't think there's ever going to be a time where there's not so much happening. We're always discovering more news, more activity taking place. And I really think that the NFT market is decoupled from the crypto market, from the price of Bitcoin. Because if you look at Atomic Hub, the activity it just continues to grow, and that's on Wax. I'm assuming if you look at OpenSea and some of these Ethereum based cryptos, that NFT activity is not stopping just because the price of Bitcoin is down.
Yeah, we did see, that Bitcoin went down from like 63 to 50 grand. It looked like somebody just went in and took a big dump. Like somebody was dumping a lot of coins all at once is what it looked like. And it impacted the market. But I mean, look at it. I mean, you look at some of these largest projects that they didn't get impacted that much. I mean, Flow over the last week was only down 3.8%. It's still at $32. Like Chili's is actually up over the course of the week. Theta went down a little bit. Engine Coin went down about 20%. Decentraland went up 16%. So it's like, you look at it, you go, okay, well, there's some things that some things are impacted, some things are not. Ecomi, that token, that's been on a steady sort of downward trend here for a while. Omi's been down. It was all the way up to 2.5 billion at one point. Now it's at almost 1.2 billion. So that's taking a hit. Alien Worlds, we called this one last week, right? We're like, all right, well, there's not a whole, once some people start liquidating, this price is going to go down, and it was at $6, and we knew it was going to go down. It went down 95% this week, but still, it's at 34%, which is still pretty high, wouldn't you say?
34 cents. Yeah, I still think it's higher than what anybody anticipated it would be. And so for those of you that are watching the video version of this on YouTube, we do screen share and show you the stories that we're referencing. Right now, we're on CoinGecko.com. If you go up to the top and you click the NFT tab, it takes you to the cryptos that are hot in the NFT market. And you can
stop right there. Stop right there, if you would.
You want to know right now? Okay.
Just based on your screen versus my screen, what is interesting. But look at this right here. You scroll up just a little bit more so you can get Alien Worlds in there.
Mm-hmm.
So Alien Worlds is at number 8, $425 million market cap. Red Fox Labs is at $359 million. And look at Wax. Both of them are built on Wax. And then Wax is $359 million. Like, seriously? How are two of these projects that are built on this other project and selling on these other projects worth more than the platform it's built on? That's weird to me.
It makes no sense whatsoever, actually. I'm not sure that people are still clear. I think they're hearing about the projects like Cogs and Alien Worlds, but they haven't made the connection that, hey, without Wax, none of this happens. And I think what has happened is the word that has gotten out about Wax is starting to spread. The price of Wax is down from where the Major League Baseball announcement happened, but the price of Wax E has increased, but probably from about $140 to $180 or so. So if the goal was to bring awareness to the community, the Ethereum community, where there's so much money to Wax, they're buying in through Wax E.
Yeah, and so basically one Wax E should be the exact same price as 1,000 Wax Ps. So with Wax P being worth $230, one Wax E should be worth $230, right? So if one,
Right.
if I don't know if I said that right, if one Wax P is worth 23 cents,
Mm-hmm.
times that by 1,000, that's $230. That's what a Wax E should be. So it's still not even on par with what Wax E or what Wax P should be. It's not where it should be yet. It's still kind of trailing behind it.
I didn't see this, but apparently on April 17th, it hit $208. But it's not really tracking yet. There's really no market cap for it yet, and volume is really low on it, so it doesn't take a whole lot to move it. I don't know. I guess we'll see as time goes on. So the big stories this week: Animoca killing it. Look at this. $9.28 million in NFTs in 3 days sold for the Sandbox and the F1 Delta Time game. Dang, Skippy.
You know what? I mean, we've said this before. Everything Animoca touches turns to gold for the most part so far. Sandbox land sale in progress. They sold 5.9 million worth of that. And there was, at this time, there was still 668 premium land NFTs left for sale. And then they had the F1 Delta Time segment sale that ended with at 3.38 million. It's not bad to have 3 days where you just make $10 million in those 3 days. Not too bad. We're big fans of Animoca, and actually, oh, by the way, we advise them, and we work with Yatsu over there, who is the chairman of the board, and we help with marketing on some of these projects. We're just big fans of them. They're not actually sponsoring this show. They're just killing it, and we want to let you guys know what's up.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to log in here for those who haven't seen Sandbox, just because I'm curious to see what kind of land they have that is still available in the sale for those of you that might want to take advantage of this, because there's some big names that are buying land here in Sandbox, and the official URL for the site is sandbox.game. This is the where the sale's taking place, and I'm guessing the green ones are land that is for sale. I'm assuming the green ones are. Look at this. Look at the size of this.
Or the ones that say for on sale at OpenSea, maybe.
Yeah, maybe those. Look at the size of the Gemini property. Huge. And I guess that's an artist of some kind there. There's a CryptoPunks property. I don't know if they're like official CryptoPunks, but in Sandbox is reserving some of their own. And we're actually talking with them.
Yeah, we want a spot. We want Bad Cryptopia to be somewhere, right?
We're talking to them about doing some cool stuff with them, and in time we will reveal that. Oh, there's Whale Shark's spot right there. He's got that one, and he's got that one and that one. These right here, these red ones, these are mine. I bought these. And this is like this parcel of land here.
You're right by the Illuminati.
Yeah, I know them. This chunk,
guys.
This chunk of land here was from, this is phase 1 sale. So my property dates back to the very beginning.
So even those other red ones are yours too?
There's four, I own 4 of them right here.
Gotcha. All right.
This is my land. See, it's barren. The cows ate away all of the grass that was there, and there's nothing left.
All right. All the settlers burned all the trees, and now they only ran out of fuel, and then everybody starved and died, and they died of dysentery.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to diss Terry, because he will beat your ass when you diss Terry. You don't want to be dissing him.
Yes. Travis Wright, making the show even more unlistenable. There you go. And gadget.com. Look at this, Travis. Edward Snowden sold an NFT at auction for charity for $5.5 million, 2,224 Ethereum. And they spelled here on Engadget, they spelled Ethereum wrong.
I noticed that.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Come
so
on,
he
guys.
has a piece called Stay Free, And that piece right there, digital artwork, uses the pages from the landmark court ruling that found the NSA's mass surveillance activities to be in violation of the law to form an image of the whistleblower's face on a photo taken by Platon. So basically, you can kind of see his face there throughout all the documents. And there you go. That's a $5.5 million NFT, I guess, Joel. That's what a $5.5 million NFT looks like.
Okay. I guess it's a piece of history.
It's certainly a piece of history.
And I guess you could say it's art. I don't know. $5.5 million. I mean, it's got his signature on it. There's that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he obviously it's for charity. I'm a fan of that. So
well, Pleaser DAO is the one who bought it, and it's a DAO. They said they're gonna continue to buy and commission NFT artworks, invest in decentralized finance, and run an incubator to advance its mission. So that's who bought it. PLEASRDAO, and they're a DAO, and they probably had a bunch of different tokens in their dowry and decided to use it to buy this, to maybe even give some marketing to their company. And look, they were outbidding it several times. Somebody AAA wanted it, and Pleaser DAO was like, "No, dog."
A
battle between them.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'll tell you what, if Pleaser DAO sells it at a profit, guess who's going to be knocking on their door? The IRS, according to CNBC, not the most reliable news source in the world, and bound to probably get some things very wrong about crypto and NFTs, says IRS is probing the dark web to look for cryptocurrency and NFT tax evasion. You know, they don't have to look on the dark web to find people not paying crypto taxes. Just knock on your neighbor's door, probably. And it's not because people are avoiding paying taxes. They might not even understand that the way crypto gains work and NFT gains.
Says here that the IRS Commissioner Charles Reddick said the U.S. fails to collect as much as $1 trillion in taxes owed each year, partially due to the explosion of cryptocurrencies. Think about that. The total crypto market is around $2 trillion. So they're saying what, half of that's owed to the IRS? Is that what they're trying to claim there? Or they're just saying all the taxes are due, or trillions? But then you have Congress that is just like, hey, we're going to pass a $3 trillion bill. Like, where's this money come from? They're just printing it out of thin air. And it's unbelievable how the whole system works.
Yeah, why don't they just, instead of collecting all these taxes, just print the money and throw it into the IRS coffers? There you go.
There you go. It's paid off. Why not? Yeah. We've eliminated the need for the IRS, Joel. Just print more money and just give it to them. There you go.
We are not financial advisors. We are not NFT advisors. We are not accountants. We are not attorneys, and we are not doctors, though we would make very dashing ones on television.
Yeah. So we have talked to some folks about, crypto and taxes and NFTs, and apparently the IRS is like using technology that's like 40 years old. Right. And like that they're behind on innovation. And I tell you this, the NFT market is not even policing itself enough to be able to determine like what would be a taxable and what would not be taxable based on what the tracking doesn't exist. And if the tracking doesn't exist and the IRS is 40 years behind on their technology, like it would seem to me that it would be a couple of years before they get it figured out on how to maybe even do it correctly, it would seem.
Well, lots of people are taking advantage of the NFT hype right now. And there is a real estate broker in California. His name is Shane Dolgaroff, and he is selling a house at 221 Dryden Street in Thousand Oaks, California. And he has an NFT that is a psychedelic flavored video of the house. He has got it up on OpenSea with a price of a minimum bid of $117,000. There's no bids yet, but the house previously sold for $750,000, according to Zillow. So you would think that somebody would come in and bid for this place in California and get the NFT of the house.
Right. So basically, he put a minimum bid up for $117,000 when the house sold for $746,000 recently. Selling that house for 48 ETH, that's a big L. You're losing a lot of money if you're doing that. And why wouldn't there be a bid on this yet. So I'm actually going to go and look to OpenSea to see if
There it is. There is not
bid.
yet a bid. There is a reserve on it, which has not been met, but there's the NFT flying in colors. And you can see that's kind of cool. Actually, I like the NFT. There's the house and it does this little animation. And there is an individual, what was that? Like an alien peeking out over it right there behind. And then the moon rises behind the mountains. A UFO comes in, another UFO comes in, another one. Okay, the aliens are here, gang. Wow.
And there comes the moon. Nice.
This is fun. This is a
nice NFT, and it comes with a house. It comes with the actual house. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm going to keep an eye on this on the 23rd, and I might be bidding on me for a house. I mean, in California, because then you could literally probably take it and then go and sell it on Zillow for $500,000.
Right, or just the NFT.
Yeah, just sell the NFT and keep the house.
This is really interesting. I wonder what his reserve is. It's got to be close to, the price of the house, you would think.
Well, wouldn't the minimum bid be the reserve price? But that's not necessarily the case. Huh?
Reserve price not met. It's like auctions on eBay are the same. There's a minimum bid and you put that out there to get people, interested in bidding. But so far it's not happened, and it's had 2,600 views. So maybe a listener to the show wants to buy a house. And if you end up buying this from Shane, tell him that you heard it on the Nifty Show, and maybe he'll give us a 3 square foot of land so we could say we're California lords.
or just give us 3% like that typically happens for real estate salesmen.
Right. We want our cut.
Yeah.
If we don't get it, we're going to send Vladislav Sopov after you.
Do it.
NFTBank.ai. These guys have raised $1.4 million, and they want to make it a one-stop platform for all types of NFTs. I would love to see a one-stop platform that really is cross-chain for everything. I don't know if that's what these guys are doing, but we talked to the guys from OpenSea ages ago, and we're like, well, what about Wax? What about Phantasma? What about these other chains, and including them on your site? And we're planning. We'll do it. Let's go.
Yeah, they're always like, no, dog, we're not going to do that yet. We're thinking about doing it. We're thinking about doing some things, but probably not. And then you got people sending out like non-fungible.com going, oh yeah, here's the state of all things NFT. And they didn't even include Wax. Like, so people don't even considering what's going on. And so they want to create a, it looks like, as you said, a cross-chain sort of place for people to sell their NFTs. That's one thing we've been talking about is a big need for a long time. Like, we own Nifty.market, but it's not anything yet. But it would be awesome if it could someday become a cross-chain NFT marketplace. That's what's really needed, integrating within Ethereum, with Polygon, with Wax, with Flow, with Engine, and some of those other ones. Like, that would be really cool. That would be something that's like, there's the one-stop shop for your NFTs, right? And that we need that. And someday it'll happen. It's just not there yet.
This article says that the marketplace is integrated with all the Ethereum and Polygon projects, supports collectibles from the Sandbox, Axie, League of Kingdoms, and in the near future, NFTBank.ai will integrate Clayton. I think that's the Tron chain, Flow, and Immutable X blockchains. Immutable X is the Gods Unchained chain, while the releases of complicated NFT focused products are also in sight. And I'm proofing here on the fly right here, this article on u.today. Blockchain. What is blockchain?
Well, don't be racist, Joel. That's a Chinese guy. And he's really important in the NFT space. So don't be dogging on blockchain. But again, we're discreetly unlistenable.
Yes,
I think we are.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this right here, folks, on this next piece of content on the Intelligencer, which is in the New York Magazine, talks about some things that a lot of us, maybe don't know about, right? And it's like, what is the meaning of all this money? What is this new space? There's nothing to do except gamble. Welcome to the non-fungible, memeified, crypto-denominated, degenerate future of finance, which basically means decentralization, folks. And this is a really big piece of article that talks about SPACs, which are special purpose acquisition companies. I believe that's the right acronym for that. We talked with Megan Casper of Magnetic a couple of days ago on Bad Crypto episode number 505, which we dive into SPACs, badco.in/505. And just really talking about, this is a really long article that's talking about what they believe the future of finance is, what are NFTs, what are SPACs, what's going on in the crypto world, what is Elon Musk doing. And I think it seemed like somebody who kind of understands it a little bit. They want to understand it, but they're still sort of skeptical of it. They think we're all memeified monkeys. Is what they basically think.
They might be right. You can read this article as well as the others that we're covering in our show notes on the website. Simply go to nifty.show/49 and you will find links to all of those articles here as well. So the NFT game market is on fire, is on fuego. It is super hot. Do you get my drift? Startups are raising a lot of money. The article here on beincrypto.com talks about some of the big milestones that are being hit. Of course, we've talked about Patrick Mahomes and his NFTs. We've talked about NBA Top Shot, Major League Baseball is coming. We've had some major game developers such as Ubisoft doing some stuff in RPGs that have some NFT aspects to them. Affinity is a platform from Engine that's being presented as an NFT specific blockchain based platform on Polkadot infrastructure. If you look at how big the gaming world is outside of blockchain, it's bigger. It's much bigger than Hollywood, right? It's a massive, massive industry. Imagine what happens as all of these gaming platforms gamify with NFTs, real ownership.
Yeah. And again, it talks about alien worlds down here in that article as well, raising $2 million plus, and they're becoming the second most used app on the gaming market. And so a lot of these games and a lot of these collectibles have sort of crafting features and different NFTivities that you can do with them after the fact that sort of gamify the whole thing. And think about it. You're talking about this compared to the entertainment industry, gaming versus the entertainment industry. Well, think of how many empty movie theaters there are all around the world at this point, right? I mean, who's going to movies right now? Even though movie theaters are opening back up for the most part, like that's just out of the normal activities that people do. Like that's just not something some people would go to a movie every couple of weeks and go see a movie, but over the last year that didn't happen. So that's no longer a habit. Is that going to be something that picks back up? I would say not. I think that's one of the reasons why NFTs have sort of exploded over the last year is the fact that, well, there's limited entertainment. So you can sit at home and watch Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime or Disney or, HBO Max or any of the other ones that are popping up. Or, you can collect little digital collectibles on your devices and have fun with that and connect with your community. So, yeah, a lot of money in this space, and I think it's only growing.
I want to give a shout out to Julia Magus, who wrote this piece because she gets it and she's echoing something we've been saying. The last paragraph, the sheer volume of investment in the space is mute testimony to the fact that the NFT market is only just starting to grow. The bubble was just a periodic occurrence spawned of hype, fueled by spontaneous profiteering interests that could not stand up to the real application of NFT technology and its potential. She is spot on. Good job, Julia.
Good job, Julia.
MLB, it's by the time you've listened to this, the launch has already taken place. We're recording this episode on the Monday, the 20th, and it's the 21st that this actually happens, that Topps is launching the Major League Baseball NFT set on the Wax blockchain. So by the time you hear this, the sale will have already begun. The question is, will they sell out and how quickly? Because it's a pretty big launch.
Yeah, they have 50,000 packs or something crazy on each one of them. Like So they have the $100 35 pack or 45 card pack or something, and then they have the lesser pack. But there's like 100,000 packs total. Last I saw, there's going to be like 1.3 million total cards in the set. Is that correct? I think
Yeah,
correct.
it's a lot of cards. You can see right here. Here's the standard pack, and if I click here, it shows how people can purchase these. So the standard pack, there's 50,000 of them, and they're $5 each with 6 collectibles. And then the premiums, there's 24,090 packs. A few have been, looks like they've been brought out for promos. 45 cards for $99. There, it's for fiat only. They did do some promos actually. It looks like there's more promos coming tomorrow. So those of you listening to the show, you might have a chance to get a 1-card promo pack from Topps. They gave away a bunch of them already, and that one's over, but more are coming during the sale tomorrow. They're really, I'm pleased to see that Topps is really working their pre-launch game here to get people ready for this, because they also did the for the first 10,000, they gave away a what do they call it, season opener pack, that you got one of them and I got one of them.
Yeah, it looks like at this, I'm just did the math, 15 hours from now, that's going to be like 8 a.m. Central Time. So 9 a.m. Eastern is when that new 1 pack will be going on sale.
So that'll have happened before you guys hear this. Also, maybe you got one, maybe you didn't, and maybe you got one of these, the opening day pack right here. They did 10,000 of them, and those went really quickly for sign up. You just had to sign up and they sent them to you. Mine's sitting here in my wallet.
Is it a 1-card pack, or what is it?
No, I think there's more than 1 card in these. I think that there's maybe 5. And again, speaking to you in the future from the past, I believe that those pack openings for those cards happen on Monday as well.
I know this because I'm on the MLB Bunt app all the time, and I would say like every week they have like multiple different series, different packs, things coming out, and the way that they do it is each one of, so they have the regular Bunt series, but then they have it in like multiple tiers. So they have like the white tier, the blue tier, the green tier, the gold tier, and there's like tier 1 through tier 7 is what I saw last year. And so like if you open up one of the new packs, you might get one of the new cool cards, but the other ones are fillers from those other tiers. So they're always filling up those other cards. So it's like I just finished the white set of 300 cards just yesterday while I was opening up some packs. So I could foresee them launching this set, but then also launching additional sets just along the way. And look at these, they got different.
Yeah, there's different tiers. Well, here, this is their basic standard pack with 6 collectibles. You can see they go on sale on Tuesday. Here is the opening day pack. And actually an hour after we're recording this, an hour from now, Trav, which will be Monday at, what time is it? Let's see, Monday at 7 Eastern, I can actually open this pack. I don't think I'm going to, though. I think I'm just going to hodl this. I used to collect baseball cards when I was a boy. I don't really collect them anymore. I'm going to buy packs and open some just because I want to experience the opening of some and maybe getting something super cool. But I'm a collector. I'm hodling this stuff. Are you going to pop your pack?
You know what? I only have one of them, so I might not. You know what? that sort of, NBA Top Shots and MLB popping up on wax. You know what it's done to me? It's got me going on eBay and finding like old school cards that I've always wanted that I've never had in my collection. And I've been using this auction sniper on eBay. I just picked up a Walter Payton rookie that the corners, it's perfectly centered. The corners look really good. Like, I think it's at least an 8 or a 9 if it's going to be graded. And I picked it up for a little over $300. And I was like, man, that's Walter Payton. That could be like a PSA 9 grade. If that's a PSA 9 grade Walter Payton rookie, that thing's worth like $5,000, right? And so, and then a couple years ago, I went on and I got a 1941 Ted Williams, who played for the Boston Red Sox. 1941, he batted .406. I got a mint 9. It's almost a mint 10. Ted Williams 1941 baseball card, super rare, and I got that thing for less than $400, and it's just like, it's unbelievable how much some of these are worth. Now I got a bid on a Charles Barkley rookie. I was looking to get a Michael Jordan rookie, but there's just no way I'm going to pay those premiums for a Michael Jordan rookie. I remember back in '86, the place where I lived, they never got those '86 Fleer basketball cards ever delivered to my pharmacy, so I was never able to buy any. But some of my friends went up to the city and went to the malls and picked up some box. I got a buddy of mine, Seth, who has like 4 Michael Jordan rookies. He's got like multiple sets of that 1986, and it's just like, those cards right there, those 4 Michael Jordan rookies. I know one of them's at least a mint 9. He's got like $100,000 worth of cards that I know he just bought one box of those Fleer wax packs back in the day for like maybe $20. Can you imagine taking $20 and then turning it into $100,000 down the road? It's crazy.
Amazing. Well, here's a good reason to not count anybody out. There's an article here on Daily Coin, and the headline is Jake Paul NFT fail, a sign of things to come. And basically, YouTuber Jake Paul put an auction up for an NFT that's a video of him knocking out Nate Robinson in November 2020. The auction had a $10 million buy it now. And this article was written before it was over, and it said the highest bid for this remains $11,000 after 48 hours. But what they didn't do is go and look, you make these kinds of predictions. It didn't sell for 10 million, but it did sell for 1.1 million, which for a single NFT video, I'm thinking that's a good deal. That is not a fail.
Right. You know what I want to see is I want to see the fight of Jake Paul and Logan Paul, the brothers. I want to see them, and then they just fight to the death, and then both of them somehow die, and then we never have to hear from them again. Is that harsh? And then can I buy that NFT? I'll pay $1 million for that NFT.
That is not nice at all. That is a very harsh.
You know what's so crazy? Both those guys were super asshole bullies when they were growing up in high school, and like they've never had any of their comeuppance, and here they are now. They're boxing and taking their bulliness to a new level and making millions of dollars and selling NFTs, and they're both kind of assholes. So it's like,
well, I mean, it rains on the just and the unjust, and sometimes what is it? Billy Joel said, "Only the good die young."
I guess so. All right. I guess that's why we're getting older, because we're not the good.
I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what that means.
These guys are good. CryptoPunks. If you had one of these from back in the day, that would be good.
Yeah, they were free.
So ridiculously priced now.
Yeah, it's 5 figures each. I mean, whales are buying up the stuff like crazy. And I mean, I guess I understand a little bit of the fascination with them. They were the first, right, NFTs that were really distributed to masses. And by masses, I mean, what was there, 10,000 of them that people were nerding out. And now people are paying a lot of money for these, especially the low mints.
Gosh, look at these. Number 2, number 58, 30, 532, 635, 602, 768, 603, and 757 are being auctioned off. Mint number 2, CryptoPunk. Can you imagine?
Christie's is going to auction these. They're like, yeah, after what they saw happen with people, yeah, we'll auction NFTs. We don't need to hang it on the wall. Yeah, let's do some more of those. So they're going to be auctioning off 10 of these rare ones by Christie's.
It's like now it's just one of those things as the ebb and flow of NFTs are going up and going down. The price of a lot of these CryptoPunks have gone down substantially. And the price floor has moved to around 5 ETH for one. I don't know. I think I'd probably pay a couple ETH for one, maybe just so I have one, because it's kind of old school. But it's like some of these have been going for 40 ETH, and like a batch of 34 of them was purchased by a whale for 557 ETH earlier in the year. That's just crazy.
Well, if you knew that, you were going to spend that much on it, but a year later you'd be able to sell it for twice that, you'd be all over it.
Maybe.
But it's interesting speculation. There's a lot of philosophical questions around NFTs, and there's a piece here on NFT Radar that we're going to put in the show notes for you. The title is "Who Can Sell a Wonder Woman NFT?" And what it's talking about is who is entitled to sell it. Is it a DC Comics that owns the license to it? What if somebody's got some fan art that, they have changed up, and it's not a duplicate of what DC publishes, but the artist, who wants to go ahead and sell his artwork. There's all kinds of derivative artwork out there.
Yeah, was he one of the original artists back at Marvel or DC?
Yeah, I'm assuming so. He's 87 years old, and he was introduced to NFTs by his grandson. Good on you, grandson. There's a picture of the guy right here doing his drawings. His name is Jose Delbo, and he's been drawing his whole life.
Yeah, he was drawing superheroes for Marvel and DC Comics, and he did that decades ago. And then I guess earlier this year with COVID, he started to start drawing some things again, and he made a nice little chunk of money, I think, right from his apartment there in Miami.
Well, here's the thing, that he would go to Comic-Cons, and he was allowed to create, artwork right there on the space, and customize it for people and sell them. Right. So he was able to basically draw these things that he was paid by DC to draw in comics and sell them as one-offs to people. But they're saying you can't sell NFTs with DC characters.
Even if you're one of the artists who've been drawing them for years. Sticky
wicket right there. Here's some good news, Sir Lord Travis. NFTs for good. Mick Jagger and Dave Grohl are the latest to sell NFT collectibles, and they're doing it for charity. They've got a new song called Easy Sleazy, and it is a 3D animated video. They sold on Nifty Gateway for $50,000. I kind of like,
I like those. I like those artists. I'm a big fan of Mick Jagger. I've actually seen Mick and the boys there from Rolling Stones in concert. Took both of my kids to that show, which, how cool is it? But both of my kids have seen the Rolling Stones and they've seen Paul McCartney. So it's like, and they saw them relatively young. So it's like, as they get older and the Rolling Stones and all the Beatles are gone, how cool is it to be like, I saw them in concert? Like, how cool is that? And then Dave Grohl, big fan of Dave Grohl, saw him in Nirvana and saw him in Foo Fighters several times. And here they are jumping into the madness.
So that you could see the NFT right here. It's this humanoid form. It's a man, then it's a woman, then it's a man again, and it keeps changing colors. They're naked, by the way. And although the woman is, they're definitely both naked, but on the man, he's got no parts as he's running through these heads and smash. You just got to go look at it. Go look at the show notes and check out this NFT. There's music to go with it.
Like he's got it right there for 1 second. It's like when he's going through that, there he goes. Like he's got a little bit of a wanker there for a second, but that goes away.
I know some people that are wankers for more than a second.
This little tiny wank disappears, poor guy.
It's
called sleazy,
easy sleazy. Yeah, there's audio to go with it, but I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get a YouTube strike for it.
Check it out. The winner of the auction piece was Brock Pierce.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so Brock is here in Crypto Rico, which is where I am now. So I'm hoping to and you're going to be visiting soon, and maybe we can go meet up with him while you're here.
Maybe so.
And go see his easy sleazy NFT.
Yeah, show us, brother.
So this one from adage.com, NFTs are making their way into the mainstream, and apparently Pringles came up with a piece of art called Crypto Crisp, and some dude bought it for $4,100. Yeah.
No, he bought it for $2.
Well, but he sold it, so somebody bought it. Right. So it was a $2 NFT, but gas fees were $100. So it cost him $102 to buy it. But I'm laughing because then he sold it for $1,500 a few days later.
Yeah, congratulations. And then that person sold it for $40,000 later. Then that person sold it for $200,000. No, that hasn't happened yet. That's in the future.
And there's a CryptoPunk eating the Pringles. Now, this one file under super ridiculous, super ridiculous.
Yeah.
From futurism.com. What happened?
Yeah. So an artist sold an NFT of one single pixel square for $1.7 million. What?
Why? Who? Which?
God, I could, how many different pieces of artwork I could create like that with just one pixel? How many different colors are there?
I don't
You
know.
just sold a gray one. It wasn't even that sexy. Like, here's my one pixel.
The
Basically,
artist,
you're going to show your pixel up on your digital screen with your black and then your one gray pixel. It just looks like your digital display is messed up.
the artist's name is Pak, P-A-K.
Yeah.
And this guy, I don't know if this is the guy who bought it, but the quote here in the article is from Colin Goltra. And he said, Pak is our Picasso. 1 pixel.
Yeah.
So this is all what you're looking at here is all Pak's work. This was, I guess some of these were sold on Nifty Gateway. They sold packs
really
of Pak.
cool.
Yeah, but a single pixel by the artist who did something really cool. It's like, here's something really crappy that an artist who's actually talented did.
Here I put on my Photoshop. I just put 1 dot. Here you go. Please buy it for some millions. How ridiculous. That to me is ridiculous. That's almost, this stuff right here almost makes us unlistenable.
Almost. This too would make us almost unlistenable. Remember the Chris Crocker guy? I think it's a guy. I shouldn't assume Zer's gender here, but Chris Crocker had that "Leave Britney Alone" that video from like 15 years ago.
He was crying under a blanket.
It's an NFT. Yeah.
He launched the NFT, put it on Foundation for a starting price of 10 Ethereum. And somebody bought it for 18.7 Ethereum for over $44,000. So the "Leave Britney Alone" clip has now been owned by somebody else. Yeah, that was in 2007 when Crocker tearfully defended Britney Spears after she was, she shaved her hair off and was like attacking cars with umbrellas and stuff. And she's going through a phase.
So Crocker says, I made this video as a gender-bending teenage high school dropout in my grandparents' bedroom. I had no idea the impact its message would have. Years later, maybe society is finally starting to get it. Do you think that that's it? Do you think that people bought this NFT for $44,000? Somebody bought it because society is starting to get what? To leave Britney alone? Is that?
They finally left Britney alone.
Is that what we're supposed to? That's because she's irrelevant now.
She's almost unlistenable.
Yeah. You know who was really unlistenable?
Us.
We are. Because a British writer from The Spectator, which is the British publication, he's got this article here, and it's called "It's Almost Touching That the NFT World Sees Itself as Radical." His name is John Phipps. Hey, John, how you doing? Our regards to the Queen. He reviewed 2 podcasts that talk about NFTs. One of them was called, let's see here. What's the name of the other show? Red Scare,
non-fungible podcast with Dean Kissick.
Okay. And he talks about Dean in it and how they do the show. But this is the part I love. I'm going to read from the article itself.
Could you do it in a bit of a British wanker accent?
Bit of a wanker. Listening to the Nifty Show, an enthusiast-only production from the house of the equally unlistenable Bad Crypto podcast, you can get a sense of what the space looks like on the inside. Bullocks, blimey. They didn't say that. The Nifty Show has the feel of American sports news broadcasting, a constant half-shouted narration of nothing. Our hosts are Joel Comm and NF Travis. NFTs are all the rage, says NF Travis. And my name starts with T, baby. So rock and roll. My notes read, "Kill me now."
My notes read, "Kill me now." And I want to show you. Hold on, let me share my screen if you would be so kind, Joel.
Okay, and then we have to read the rest of this because
we have to read the rest. And I want you to realize this, folks. Whenever you're hearing this article being read, I want you to realize that this is the guy who wrote it. This is some little Lord Fauntleroy looking motherfucker who doesn't look happy at anything. Like, nothing amuses this guy. He's like, my poor pathetic life, but at least I got myself a really spiffy shirt so I can seem ironic when I'm talking shit on others. But really, I'm a sad, miserable twat. Anyway, as you were, Joe Com, you go back to this. That's NF Travis signing off.
I like his shirt. I do.
God, it's like he looks like the most unhappy, miserable cunt I've ever seen, and that's what you would call him because he's in Britain, and that's what they call each other.
I thought that I thought they did in Australia.
They do it there too. No, it's huge over in the UK and in Australia. That's all they call each other. And so he just looks like he looks whiny. He looks miserable, unhappy, and I could just when I read this after I saw his face, I couldn't stop laughing.
I know it's pretty hilarious. So NFTs are indeed all the rage. Joel and NF Travis, I guess that's your official name because that's what you've had on the Zooms many times, have been running this podcast once a week since mid 2019. That's wrong. And it's actually been once a week since mid 2020 and now twice a week. In December, they say the NFT trading market was worth 12 million. Now it's worth more than 500 million. Yet there's already a note of auto critique in the chatter, a slight disillusionment seeping in at the edges. They're beginning to get annoyed by the garbage that's flooding their screens, by the meaningless, vapid, soul-dead visual culture of the NFT world. There really needs to be some sort of barrier to entry, muses one. That way we're not bombarded with just crap. The hosts don't believe they're in a bubble and unerringly refer to the world of NFTs as a future trillion-dollar industry. They're anticipating a slowdown, blah, 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 things that you hear us say about all the time. So he's actually quoting the meaningful things that we say about NFTs in this article as valid. But when he's talking about the meaningless, vapid, soul-dead culture of the NFT world, I'm thinking of the meaningless, vapid critique in this article. How dare you, good sir? How very dare you? Thank you for making us laugh. I mean, when I read this the first time, I was crying. I thought it was so funny.
Let me share my screen one more time.
We are so unlistenable, and you know what? It's built in to the brand. We are the hosts of the Bad Crypto Podcast. What are you going to show us?
I'm so bored. I just can't even deal with these NFT guys talking about these NFTs. People having fun is just such a bother to me. I think that everyone needs to button up the super groovy shirt and do something valuable with their lives because NFTs is just trash.
Oh,
especially that NF Travis guy.
He would feel right at home with Austin Powers. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. No, he wouldn't. He would be like, this Austin Powers guy is such a bore.
But he'd be more like Dr. Evil. Maybe you can make an NFT with Mr. Phipps' face on Dr. Evil.
Look at him. See, we got the boringest look on his face.
We can sell it. I think we should turn him into an NFT.
Call it an NF turd. NF twat.
John, there is hope for you. There is redemption waiting for you in the world of NFTs. Thank you. No, there is. There's hope for everybody. Thanks for giving us some lulls. We appreciate it.
Thank you, little Lord Fauntleroy.
That is the type of critique that makes my day. This last week, we were really fortunate to have interviewed Kevin Smith, the director and filmmaker and actor from all those films with Jay
and that was such a bore as well. It was so unlistenable.
Well, the NFTs are going on sale. Semcore.io, not my first choice for a website to point to this. I think they have jayandsilentbob.com. You have to check. You have to fact check me on that. But that's what
it should be, like nft.jayandsilentbob.com or something like. Semcore is just kind of a hard name to spell.
But they are releasing the NFTs, and it is coming up here. You could see if you look at the website here, it's Semcore's SEMKHOR.io, and you can get a chance to be in the movie. And they've got the Kilroy teaser token and the Bluntman and Chronic cover #1 happening from Ribmad. So I think these are, when they came to us with this, these are being issued on Phantasma. I thought this is more unique than a lot of the stuff we're seeing out there that isn't pack style, stuff on wax. I'm like, all right, there's some, really interesting value. They got, he got Jason Mewes to record some fresh audio for it. That's new. They've created something that's totally on brand with the Jay and Silent Bob brand. There's an opportunity to win a cameo by getting, the special platinum token NFT in one of these regular, purchases. So I kind of dig it.
I was like, oh, kill me now. It's so boring.
We've got our thing coming up too. This month's artistic interpretation of the Bitcoin price in 2010, which was, how much was it? January 3rd, 2010?
It was 4 cents.
4 cents. This one is going to be going on sale on the 21st. It is the Pumayana piece. And unfortunately, my screen is not big enough to show you this whole thing. I'm going to turn the audio on so you could hear it as well. Check this out. So that's going to loop and be super awesome. There's only 21 of these. This is the one-of-one auction version, and then the 21 of the others has got a different frame on it. They're going to go in a heartbeat. And so pretty excited to bring that one out.
Those are always fun. Every month on the 21st of the month is when we do the Bitcoin Elite. So, there's only 21 million Bitcoin. And so we figure, hey, on the 21st of every month, we will bring you a new Bitcoin collection piece from the Bitcoin Elite. So always having great artists creating new stuff. And it's not that boring at all. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's somewhat interesting. The last piece also has to do with what we're creating, because we're not just covering the blockchain space. We are creators in the NFT world. And don'tbuymeme.com, the blockchain hero Pint Size is going to be making his debut on this platform. I don't see that it's listed yet. It should be up here soon at don'tbuymeme.com. It'll go live on the 24th, I believe. That's Saturday, right? Saturday, the 24th of April. It'll go live at 1:37 p.m. Eastern time. Now, educate me, Travis. They're launching us at 1:37 p.m. Gary V has a site called 137pm.com. I don't even know the significance of it. I feel totally ignorant and out of the loop. What is the significance of 137?
I don't know. I know that 1337 is supposed to be leet, right? It's leet speak. I don't know what 137 means.
What is the significance of 137? There's some of you out there right now, they're going, oh my gosh, you're unlistenable, Joel Com. You're unlistenable. And okay, here it is. According to Wikipedia, 137 is the natural number following 136 and preceding 138.
Oh.
But okay, if you go to, I found this piece right here. I mean, that's basically what Wikipedia told me. But bigthink.com says it's one of the greatest mysteries in physics. And Richard Feynman, who's a famous physicist, thinks that 137 holds the answer to the universe, not 42. I thought 42 was the meaning of life. And
well, there is one right here on how stuff works. Why is 137 the most magical number? And so it's a key to unlocking the universe. If you're expecting an incantation in some ancient language uttered by a holy man sitting cross-legged on a mountaintop, the answer might surprise you and disappoint you, because the answer might just be 137.
Well, there you go. Now you know. So I don't have the artwork handy to show Pint Size, but this is the first time a blockchain hero is found its way outside of the Wax blockchain and will be issued exclusively in 4 different variations on Ethereum at don'tbuymeme.com. Travis is tired. He's over there yawning. Am I boring?
I know, this is so
Am I boring you, Travis?
Unlistenable. How much is a meme token worth now? Because I know I sold mine at around 500.
You should have hodled that meme token. I'm going to go here to CoinGecko really quick. I want to say around 2,200 or so, but it's number 513 in market cap. The token symbol is MEME. Actually, with the latest crypto pullback, it's currently at 2014. You could only stake 5 meme at a time on Don't Buy Meme, and you will earn 5 pineapples for every day that you're staking those 5 meme. You'll need at least 15 pineapples. So it's 3 days of staking 5 meme to get the common variation of pint size, 30 pineapples, which then 6 days of staking to get the epic version, and 45 pineapples to get the legendary version. And then there's going to be there's a 1 of 1, which is an auction version that people will bid on it in ETH. So that'll be showing up on the website here in the next couple days at don'tbuymeme.com. Very
good. Yeah, they've elevated that whole system, and they've gotten some funding. Don't Buy Meme's gotten some funding from some pretty big players, and they're sprucing up their website and their deliverables and everything else. So that'd be great. I think it's you know what? I was just like, because I bought mine, I think I bought them like $150, and then they went up to $400, and they went down to like 200. They got back up to 500. I was like, all right, I'm getting out of them, because I kept staking my pineapples, and then I would have a ton of leftover pineapples. I couldn't do anything with them, and I just was a crybaby bitch and got rid of them.
You are, yes, and you were bored. You were bored.
I was bored. I was like, oh, these meme tokens are just, kill me now.
Our next episode,
put on my fancy shirt and someone kill me in it.
We'll be back on Friday with the live show, and it will be equally
so miserable as well.
Equally unlistenable, we promise. And we appreciate you guys listening. Make sure to push the button, ring the bells, hit the subscribe, tell a friend that you're listening to something unlistenable, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. And
stay unlistenable.
Yeah, and be nifty.
Maybe that should be the name of our next podcast, is Unlistenable.
Unlistenable. That's what they are.
Welcome to the Unlistenable podcast, where you'll get through about 3 minutes of it before you turn it off. But until then, we got some quick news for you.
So that would be like Yoko Ono radio, right? Just play.
Unlistenable radio.
We probably just offended him because he probably thinks Yoko is art.
Oh, bother. He's like the Eeyore of journalism.
NFTs, they really suck. Bad crypto's really bad. We're all gonna die.
Travis is a twat.
Woe is me.